What should I do with all these peaches? Watch this video and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Hey garden friends, it's Chris from Gardening at the Simongetti North, and here I am at my peach tree. I've already picked like 12 pounds of peaches. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to prepare your peaches basically for any dessert. And I am going to make a dessert. So today we're going in my kitchen and I'm going to make a peach dessert. It's called peach custard pie. I found the recipe on Pinterest and thought I would try it out because I had all these peaches. And I thought I would bring you along and we'll see how it works out because I've never made it before, and hopefully maybe I can get my husband at the end to do a on-camera taste test and see how it is. I want to thank you for stopping by my channel and supporting my channel. So if you like this video, please smash that like button and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Let me take a walk around and show you my peach tree. It was loaded with peaches. I still have some peaches on here, but the branches were so heavy that I had to get them off because, as you'll see, the branches are just hanging. They're just hanging. So I had to, I did leave some on to try to get some to get a little bit bigger because a lot of them were very small, but they were very tasty. They're organic. Nothing was sprayed on these trees, and they are awesome. So let me show you my tree. So look at this tree. Holy cow. Look at how the limbs are hanging. I'm definitely gonna have to do some better pruning. I was watching a video today on how to prune your fruit trees properly. So I'll have to take that into consideration. And once these peaches are off, get it trimmed before it starts setting its buds for fruits for next year. So there's Zeke checking out the tree. Here are the fresh peaches from our tree that I'm gonna make the peach custard pie with. Picked these earlier in the week and they're getting ripe and I need to do something with them. To get the skins off the peaches, you'll want to get hot boiling water and then put the peaches in for about 1 to 2 minutes so the skins are easier to peel off. Let me take you back to the peaches to show you what to do to prepare them for going into the pot. Here's the cold water that I'm getting ready for the peaches to go in after they've been blanched. This will stop the cooking process. So what I did was I took a knife and then cut crossways very shallow. And then I'm gonna put this into the water. And I'm gonna do this to all the peaches and then put them in the water. Just doing a little cut here in the middle. I need 3 cups of fresh peaches. You can also use canned peaches or frozen peaches. All right, I think we'll put those in the water and start the process. Okay, I've already got 1 batch of peaches already in there and I didn't have my camera on, so we're gonna do this again, and I'm gonna put the peaches that I've already cut the X's in the back or on the one side to help the peeling of the skins of the peaches. And you want to leave these in for 1 to 2 minutes or until you see the skin starting to peel back where you slice them. I need 3 cups of peaches, so I'm going to keep the water going once I have them sliced to make sure I have enough. If not, I may need to go out to my tree and get some more. All right, so that's the remainder of the peaches, and we'll let them go for 1 to 2 minutes, and then we'll pull them out. We want the oven at 450. Getting the pie crust ready. So I'm just using a pre-made pie crust. You can definitely use a homemade pie crust, but I needed to save a little bit of time, and these crusts aren't bad. And you pick them up, they're ready to bake and all formed, ready to go. And so we'll go ahead and get that in there, and then we're gonna pre-cook the crust for about 5 minutes. So these peaches gotta be just about ready to pull out. Let's take a look. I think they've been in here for a couple minutes. Yep, see this one here? You can see how it's already peeling back. So we'll definitely get that in the water and stop that cooking process. And we'll go ahead and pull the rest of them out because they've all been in about the same amount of time. Put them on here. So I can put multiple in the water at one time. And this is what you'll want to do to prepare any fresh peaches for any dessert, for peeling the skins off. It's kind of like blanching tomatoes. And then I'll turn the water off, but I'm gonna keep it here in case I need to blanch a few more. Okay, while those are cooling down, we're gonna go ahead and get this pie crust on. We're just gonna unroll it. Just kind of put it in the middle. You can get all fancy with the crust. You can pinch the sides, do whatever. You can roll it out a little bit more, but I got stuff I gotta do today, so I'm just kind of doing this really quick. All right. The other thing I like to do when pre-baking a crust so it doesn't bubble up, I put parchment paper in. And then I have these pie weights baking beans, and that helps keep the pie crust down and not bubble up. It keeps it nice. So I'll put a link in the description box below. I purchased these on Amazon, and you can use them multiple times for any pies. I've used it for my pumpkin pies as well. So I've definitely got some use out of them if you like to bake pies, and then these keep the crust from bubbling up while you're pre-baking. See, this is kind of what they look like. Kind of look like candy. My grandson took a bite out of one, thought it was candy. So we just put them in. And they get very hot too, so you want to be careful when you're removing them. And that keeps the crust down. There's enough in here to do 2 pies, but we're just doing the 1 pie. And see how they're all in here? I'm going to trim the edges on this because it'll get a little brown from the oven. waiting for the oven to preheat to 450. And then once we got that, we can put that in the oven for 5 minutes. Temperature is 340 right now. All right, now it's time to start peeling some of the skins. See how easy they peel off when you blanch them? And all the meat stays on. And then you want to cut them. They're a little slippery, all wet like that. Maybe you might want to cut them first. And then you slice them up. I'm glad I did these now because they're about to get almost too ripe to do this. Just take them off the... There, and I'm gonna continue doing that until I get all my peaches done. So once I'm done, I'll bring you back. There, I just pulled the pie out of the oven to have the crust pre-baked. And you can see the bottom, it's not bubbly. Ooh, those are hot. So be careful with those baking beans. So here are my 3 cups of peaches that are all sliced and ready to go in the pie. And because I'm running out of time, I put the rest of the peaches in a bag to be able to deal with them maybe later on tonight or tomorrow to make another dessert with them. All right, now I need to go back to my phone to find the recipe and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to remove these beans, put them back in their case, and put the peaches in the pie crust. And then I'm going to make the custard. Those are all done. Take that off. You can see the crust. And we're going to put the peaches into the crust. And I did wash my hands before I touched the food. So that's also something you need to do, is make sure you wash your hands and have a clean surface area when you're baking. Okay, first we're going to do the dry ingredients, which is 2/3 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1/4 teaspoon of Redmond's real salt. So that's the dry ingredients. Okay, now to whisk in the wet ingredients. First, we're gonna need 1/2 cup of milk. Then 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then I have 2 eggs. Put those in there. And then we want to whisk it. This is making the custard. This bowl is from Pampered Chef. I use it for making pancakes a lot because it has that pour spout, and All right, that looks like it's mixed up pretty good. And then we need to pour this over the pie. And the last thing we want to do is sprinkle some nutmeg and some sugar. There. A little sugar on the top, and then we got a little nutmeg, ground organic nutmeg. Put that on the top. And then this needs to go in the oven at, I think, 45, 50 minutes. Let me look. Okay, I just checked the recipe. Turn your heat down on the oven to 350, and we're gonna bake this for 40 to 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. Start checking it at 35 minutes. If the edges are getting too brown, put some aluminum foil around the edges to keep it from burning. So now we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven, and we'll get the timer set. All right, so we're putting it in the oven. We're gonna close it up. And I think I'm just gonna set the timer for 35 minutes so I can check it and not forget. All right, we'll come back after 35 minutes and show you what it looks like. All right, let's see what this pie looks like. I did add an extra 5 minutes to it. Let's turn that off and see. I think we're done. I think it'll cook the rest of the way. I'm gonna pull it out of the oven and I'll let it cool. So here's the pie. I got it cooling on a cooling rack, and we'll be back later for a taste test. Maybe I'll even bring my husband on and have him do a on-camera taste test and see how it is. Be back in a little while. All right, so here's the moment of truth. The pie is done. And you have to have this pie with Hudsonville French vanilla ice cream. This is made in Hudsonville, Michigan. All right, so let me get a knife and we're gonna cut into it. The first piece is always hard to get out, so let's get this one. Yeah, just doing a terrible job here. That is not a chainsaw, that is my husband snoring. So here is the pie that looks like inside. All right, let me get some ice cream on it. I'll put his aside. I'll eat the one that I massacred trying to get out of the pan. All right, so here we get some ice cream. I'll just set it on the side. Let me get myself a fork. And Let me turn this around and get a taste. All right, well, I hope this is good. Maybe I'll try some without the ice cream first. This is good. You guys gotta try this. Let's try some with the ice cream. A little a la mode. That's a winner there. Big time winner. Yep. This is definitely a winner. That's mine. This is my husband Dan, and he's gonna taste test it for us.
Oh, woe is me. Very good. Oh, that's got good flavor.
Yeah, it's different too than like a regular peach pie, you know, with the custard in it.
Of course, ice cream goes well with it.
Definitely.
Good job, huh?
Thanks.
Delicious.
So what did you think of my peach custard pie dessert? Do you think you might want to try it? I'll leave the instructions on how to make it, the ingredients, in the description box below. So if you like this video, please smash that like button and let me know if you'd like to see other videos of harvesting and baking or cooking what we have here at the Simongetti North. Live, love, laugh, and garden. Hope to see you at the next video. God bless. Bye.